Hello, everyone, and welcome to another weekly analysis on ES Future. I'm sorry I was not able to get to last week update and didn't change much from what my previous update was. But let's drop directly into the charts and look at the technical fundamentals and what ES is doing. Here I have a monthly chart, and I wanted to bring to everyone's notice that ES is now touching the top of the channel, that is basically a trend line from most of these bottoming out of ES. If you see these points, so this is COVID though, but that's 2018 2019 drop, and that's the COVID drop there. And there's also this is I think that's, let's see, that's the 2016 big pullback. Think this is the 2008 and 2011 pullbacks. So looking at that and drawing some support and demand trend lines, one of the key support area that I'm seeing here is 3430. And if we dive a little bit deeper, ES was very close to that in that support area. So let's put a support area of around 3500 here. So right around that, which ES has tested and has broken that level. So I'm going to remove that as of now so that we can have a little bit more clarity in the channels. So what did ES do? If you look at here, from these monthly, I would say, sideways movement, ES broke that monthly. Did it confirm? Not yet. It should actually close with a bigger candle, like this red candle below that level. So ES, in my opinion, has not broken that level yet. So we'll put that as 3656 as a key area as of now. That is definitely, I would say, a very strong area of resistance, but we still have not seen on a monthly chart a confirmation of that being broken. Now let's jump into the weekly here. Looking at the weekly, one thing that I had brought up previously in my charts, and I want to let everyone know about this one, is this W formation here, this one here. And I call W as win and M pattern as murder. So this is a win pattern, and definitely I see a lot of resistance around that neck there. So I'll put a price around that there, and that's exactly where ES actually bounced back. So if you see on a weekly basis, it went down to a 3502 and then bounced from there. So we are close to that. So if we really want to be precise here, let's look at that. So we will change that to right here. So that's where it is. So 3510. So 3500 to 3510. That is definitely a good support area. If it does break that area, the next place ES will go is right here, which is, we'll put another 3276, way far away. But if ES does break this support area, this cluster of support area, anywhere between 3430 to 3520, then we see further sell-off, and that's into that channel that I just drew. Looking at that, let's look at where ES is going as of now. On the monthly and weekly, ES was definitely oversold, and looking at how this is a very strong support area, I'd like to see if ES can confirm below this. As of now, it did not confirm. uh, if you look at this whole week worth of movement, ES pretty much started at 3656 and ended the week somewhere at 36, 36400. So it really did not move that whole week. So I'm expecting market consolidates, then market trends. We saw a strong push up in the previous week, which got rejected, and that becomes our I would say very strong resistance area. So that is 3820. As of now, between 3600 and 3820, we like to find our levels and trade in those levels. So to do that, let's go into our 184 hourly, and I'm going to enable the extended hours here. So we definitely have the low of 3500, so 35 to 3510. There is this 3584 as our next support area. Resistance is 3656, and after that the next resistance is right here. $37.25, and then we are looking at going up all the way to the 38.20. Now we are drawing all these levels based on purely price action and supply and demand levels. Let's try to do some trend lines and see if any of these also are strong trend lines, resistance and supports area. So we'll start from the 4 hourly, and we can then slowly move to the daily and weekly. Looking at the 4 hourly, if I try to just draw that, definitely we can see that's a very strong resistance area. There's a touch here, there's a touch there, so that's definitely a very strong resistance area. Let's zoom out and see if we can see any other patterns here. And one other one I want to do is just draw a channel similar to that. So let me be precise here. If I draw that channel, definitely it did not sell off all the way. So 3430 is somewhere where we definitely see a very strong support area. So as of now, what we can do is leave these levels as it is and see if there are possible other channels in the daily and the weekly. And let's then go dive into the daily here. So I'm going to remove these and draw a channel here, and we'll see if these channels match with our supply and demand levels. And to do that, we'll go into our channel tool and just draw a channel. Try to touch all the bottoms and all the tops. There we go. And that looks like a channel there. So almost all the bottom, we have touched almost all the bottom and all the tops here. As you can see here, there was a bounce back on the daily, but it is now almost at the top of the channel. So I would expect it to either break out of this channel and retest us from the top, and if it does that, then I would be willing to take a long there. So around that 3656 area, I would love to take along with confirmation, obviously. But as of now, it went to the channel, sold off, and I know you cannot see this very well, so let's clean up a little bit. And I want to clean up this one also, and I'm going to also remove the bigger channel and draw this channel again. Okay, there we go. So again, so as we can see, it touched the bottom of the channel, went up to the channel, stayed almost in the middle, but was selling, and did not touch again the bottom of the channel, touch the top. So you can ideally really see that if you do a trend line on this one and the trend line on this one, it will be pretty symmetrical on the daily sell-off. And these are very small bounces, extremely small bounces, but very strong selling pieces, so extremely strong sell. So as of now, it's sold, went up, touched the top of the channel, and is selling off now. Expecting similar pattern. Again, I'm not here to predict, but expecting similar pattern. I would expect it to start sell off here somewhere, and as I said, 30 between 34, around 34.80, we can see if there are any close. So that was a very strong rejection here. So any close support area, and that would be this one support area here. That's right here, which is 35.77. So we can call that as a support area, and also that's this middle line of the channel. Usually it's touching the bottom of the channel, so I would expect it to break this 3500, but we don't know. But going into next week, I am already in a long position. I'm expecting it to break out of this daily sell-off channel. Looking into how VIX is and where VIX is going, and it's the earning season coming up, so I'm expecting it to break out of this channel. But if I don't see that and I get stopped out, I will reset my bias, and I would trade in the other way around, that is, take a short targeting this bottom of this channel. So those are the levels that I am looking on for the next week, and hopefully I stay in the right side of the trend and trade accordingly with the trend. That way, I trade level to level, taking most of my profit. You can read more about look my prior videos around trading plans, and taking most of my profit on each levels, and then just reset my bias on these levels and uh, trade accordingly and trade with the price action. As always, keep your stop losses tight, your losses small, and your profit large. Thank you for listening.